Welcome into Texans Today, everybody. I'm your host, Jeremy Chuggs. And here's my instant reaction after the Texans' 17-10 loss in Jacksonville, Week 3. That's going to take them down to 0-3. The very vaunted 0-3. The 0-3 that every team in the NFL is scared of because we know the statistics, which we can get into here in just a moment. But, just another game where came down to the end. Can't say the Texans haven't been in it. All 3 losses so far, they've been right there. And Texans just couldn't get it done. 17-10. Realistically, the defense, I really only give them, I only give the defense 10 points that they gave up because that last touchdown was, they gave it to the Jags so they would have time, basically, to go on offense and try to score. It's just, I don't have the answers right now. I don't know if Demeco has the answers. I don't know if anybody has the answers to this Texans team, but another loss, another game where Texans fans are feeling helpless right now. But I'll tell you this. Through the good times and the bad, thick and thin, I'm here. Here at Texans Today, I bring you Texans coverage 24/7. I don't take weeks off, so I don't care if we're 0-3. I don't care if we're 0-4. I don't care if we win the rest of our games for the rest of the season. No matter what, I'm here and I'm bringing you Texans coverage all year long, so don't miss out. I'll be here bringing you the Texans news that you need to know here on Texans Today. Make sure you hit that sub button. All right. 5 instant reactions that I have, 5 takeaways from this Texans loss to Jacksonville here in Week 3. First up, and you probably don't need me to tell you this, Texans offense is a joke right now. It really is. These numbers massively inflated right now. Massively inflated because the Texans, they were having nothing on offense. And they scored 1 touchdown, right? The Texans scored that long touchdown. It was on a blown coverage by the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Texans did not out-scheme the Jags in any form or facet. The Texans, in any way during this game, had a offense where you were like, damn, they are really putting it together. It was really that one play from C.J. Stroud to Nico Collins. That was it. A 50-yard bomb to Nico Collins on a blown coverage play. So you take out 50 yards there. The Texans really had 134 passing yards throughout the game. Decent numbers on the ground, right? 87 yards, but couldn't really keep the run going because you were behind the sticks constantly. You were running the ball also, some of those on 3rd and long, 2nd and long. And that goes to my point as well with this offense being abysmal. The Texans just continue to make moves and do things on offense that make 0 sense to me. They call a timeout before the half, 2-minute drill, 3rd down. They run the ball up the middle. This Texans team and this Texans offense, really, this Texans offense makes 0 sense to me. I don't know what they're doing out there. I don't know what they practice in the offseason. I don't know what Nick Caley thinks he is scheming up, but it ain't it. So I'm going to ask you a very simple question here. Is the season over? Yes or no? Call me stupid, call me dumb, call me crazy. I'm putting my no. I'm putting my no. The Texans, they're the last team to make it to the playoffs after going 0-3 in 2018. The team prior to that did that feat, you're going to go all the way back to 1998. So in this century, the Texans are the only team to go 0-3 and make it to the playoffs. Why not again? Why not again? Call it dumb, call me foolish. I think the Texans season is not over. Maybe it's wishful thinking that I don't think the Texans season is over. My second takeaway, C.J. Stroud has 0 faith. 0 faith. He is a faithful man. He's a man of God. He talks a lot about his faith in, his Lord, and that's not anything of what I'm talking about in this right here. I'm saying he has 0 faith in the guys around him. His O-line, his receivers. You could just see it in his face on the sidelines. He has 0 faith in Nick Caley. Stroud, his mentality, his gestures on the field, and you can just see it plastered all over his face. He is so upset with how this offense has started 3 weeks into the year. And he should be, right? This offense is abysmal. It looks bad. CJ Stroud, maybe having the worst year of his career. Today, 25 of 38, 204 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions on the day. That's not going to do it. And I think it's penetrating to the top players on this team right now. CJ Stroud, no faith. And then, you have a great game. You got the long touchdown by Nico Collins, and then later on, he fumbles it away. We're 10-10, tied, going to take the lead. Fumbles it in the red zone. Now, I'm not blaming this loss on Nico Collins, but the offense, when you score 10 points, you're not going to win football games. And they're averaging around 10 points a game right now. I don't have the words right now to describe how I feel about this Texans offense. I'm upset, and I don't know where the Texans go from here. And that brings me to my third take after this Texans loss to the Jags. There's no leadership. No leadership. And CJ Stroud is in this as well. This Texans team on offense, 0 leaders. And it's hard because you have 2 of your best players, CJ Stroud, Nico Collins. They're more like lead by example guys. They're not going to get in anybody's face. They're not going to yell at anybody. But maybe you need somebody like that. Because this offense is sputtering and nobody is there to right the ship. Nobody is there to get in anybody's face. Nobody is there to grab everybody by the shoulder pads and say, hey, let's freaking go. Let's turn it up. It just is sulking. Everybody heads down. The whole sideline, the whole offense, they just look like they have their tails tucked in between their legs. And it's frustrating watching this Texans defense go out, and they're not having a year up to their standards, but each game they've had this Texans team in it with the offense playing awful. They're on the field all game long. I need to see some leadership. Demeco, Nick Caley, CJ Stroud, somebody do something. I have 2 more takeaways from this game, but first, Texans items on sale right now. Check it out from the website, chatsports.com/Texans sale. All these items you see up right now, all on sale right now. Texans continue this. Probably see a ton more of sale items. So go here, chatsports.com/Texans sale. Check out all the items available. Some of the stuff might be sold out by the time you're watching this video, so I implore you, go check it out. Do a little window shopping, and maybe save this link for later on in the season if things don't go the right way. Might be more sale items to come. I'll put that link down in the comment section and description of today's show. Number 4, the defense played hard. I'll say that. They played hard. The run game, it's going to get lost in this. The run game for the Jags, which was on it the first 2 weeks of the year, the Texans stifled them. The Texans defense was able to really stop the run. 3.6 yards per carry for this Jags offense after Etienne and Tootin. They looked great in the first 2 weeks. This week, the Texans defense stood up. They got a turnover too. They hadn't really done that. 3.6 yards per carry for the Jags. The passing offense, now you were given a gift by a bunch of drops by the Jags receivers. But I think this Texans defense played hard. They had you in the game at the end of it. Yes, that was without Derek Stingley Jr. for a better half of this game. And yes, Kamari Lassiter had the, catch on him that ended up going to the 10-yard line where the Texans let them score a touchdown to get the ball back. But overall, really realistically only giving up 10 points in this game, you can't blame anything on the defense. This defense played their ass off. And I know it's not the defense that we expected, especially in the secondary. The one part that I would say has really shocked me as how bad they've played so far is this Texans secondary. Kalen Bullock, wake the hell up. But I think overall this Texans defense, they're getting sick and tired of this Texans offense not showing up, but they are still playing their hearts out. Let me know down in the comment section, how would you grade this Texans defense so far? I give it a B. Not as good as I expected. Not as good as I expected, but I'd still give it a B so far. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. How would you grade this Texans defense so far? Last one. With everything wrong with this Texans team, with the offense sputtering, with the defense not playing up to that level we thought they were going to, we're still so close from 0-3. Or 3-0. Really, we're 3 plays away from 3-0. Fumble in week 1 by Agumbawali inside the 20-yard line. The Texans were driving to win that game. 4th and 10. This play is in my nightmares. 4th and 10. Toto whiffs on the sack, and Baker Mayfield picks up the first down with his legs. And then going into the 20-yard line, Nico Collins fumbles this ball. The Jags pick it up. They end up scoring. Like, with how bad this team has played, we're still so close to 3-0. And that's why my voice is semi-lost. That's why I'm so upset, because each and every game the Texans have been in it. Each and every game the Texans, it comes down to a couple plays at the end. And the Texans lack that discipline. The Texans right now lack that playmaking ability to, when the lights are the brightest, when it's prime time, when all eyes are on you, to perform. The Texans just aren't there right now. And I can just hope and pray that they turn it around in week 4 up against the Titans, who are also 0-3. If you lose this game, the season is truly over. It is truly over if you go 0-4. I just hope we don't get to that point. That's all I have for you in today's show, folks. Sorry. Another loss. Another tough loss for this Texans team. You can follow me on Twitter at Jeremy Chuggs if you want to vent, if you want to DM me, give me your thoughts. Am I wildly off base on some of my instant reactions? Let me know. Made it to the end of the video, though. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Daily Texans videos all year long. One click of a button. All you got to do, hit that subscribe button for Texans content all season long.